Hello, Gemini friends. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. And for those of you who it's your first time, welcome. I'm Denise. This is Surrender to the Flow Tarot. And today I'll be doing a mid-monthly reading for March for the collective of Gemini. Any of the 11 placements, they will all work. Okay, so I do mid-monthly readings divided into decans. Each astrological sign is divided into 3 parts called decans. Depending on when your birthday is, that's what determines which decan you're in. It just explains why you can know 3 Geminis and they're all very different. You know what I mean? Also, of course, where the rest of their chart is. But okay, so I will have timestamps in the description box below with the dates and the time, so you can click on just your own decan if you want. I highly recommend watching from right now until I have pulled the initial cards for each decan. I'll pull one for each decan, and then I'll talk about what's in the split in the middle. The split in the bottom. Watching up till then, right until we clarify for decan 1. You will know, it'll give you a better idea of how many decans you may resonate with. You know what I'm saying? They all overlap, every single one, because they're all still Gemini readings. It's just different aspects of one centralized truth. Okay, so today I am asking where does your awareness need to be for the rest of the month? And we're starting with the Sacred Creators Oracle, and then we will clarify with whatever we need to. All right. Decan 1 for Gemini is May 21st to the 31st. Decan 2 is the 1st to the 10th of June. And Decan 3 is June 11th to the 20th. Don't worry, I will have the dates and the times again below in the description box. Okay, are you ready? We are going to pull for Decan 1. Decan 1. Creator Water. 3. Fierce Serenity. Sacred Mirrors. Unstick the Stuck. Okay. Interesting. Just from those alone, I'm kind of getting a feeling of battling aspects of yourself, like pulling away and then needing to be not isolated. Do you know what I mean? But there's like a holding back. Like you're purposefully holding back. Okay, let's do Decan 2, which is June 1st to the 10th. Fall in love with your own story. Get back to elemental. There's a lot going on for you, Gemini, huh? Changes. What does your soul say? It's like indigo is one of my favorite colors ever, especially to look at. Okay, Decan 3, June 11th till the 20th. What do we got for Decan 3? Creator Fire. So we got Creator Water and Creator Fire, neither of which is Gemini's natural space. Bravely market your magic. Okay. You are magic. Change maker, make waves, integrate your knowing. Okay. So definitely you're going through a change, right? You're right before something's about to happen, and it feels like you have a decision to make. So definitely what's coming up is self-worth and like listening to your authentic self and maybe like recognizing your authentic self. For sure, there's passion involved in this. There's like inspiration and pull and force, like force You might be feeling pulled or pushed to do something, and your intuition and psychic abilities are all up in here. All right, so let's just jump in this. Yeah, so we're going to start with Decan 1, which got 3. Fierce Serenity, Sacred Mirrors, and Unstick the Stuck. We'll start with Fierce Serenity. Fierce serenity, it's a quality that's embodied by the peaceful warrior and by the majestic beauty of a resting lion. I don't know if I'm going to read all this. Hold on. It's a feeling of power and one of flexible calmness in the center of a raging storm. Regardless of any fear or vulnerability that you are feeling right now, this card reminds you that you are strong enough to handle the situation. Stand up for yourself with love and courage, and insist on integrity both from yourself and others. When the world around you is challenging your inner peace, what gives you strength amid uncertainty? Root deeply into that truth, as being fiercely grounded will change the outcome of your current events. Now is not the time for brute force. Lead with love. The gentle serenity you project will be a steady force that will allow you to remain unshakable. Channel your love from the center of a pure heart and bless the quiet strength of your soul. It will prevail when it is given the chance to shine in the face of adversity. Here are some questions that you will most likely benefit from answering them. That's how it's gone so far. And you're the third reading. How would your situation change if you let go of the small stuff? What are some of your must-haves and what can you compromise on? I'm not into compromise because someone loses. Just FYI, just a little side. Win-win. Find the win-win, right? The peaceful warrior archetype whispers through the actions of extraordinary people like Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr. Is there someone who represents fierce serenity to you? We all have this energy in us. Where can you welcome more of it into your life? Sounds very much like Queen of Swords energy. So you might have Libra in your chart. You might have air in your chart. You might not. But it sounds very much like that. It's being in a state of knowing, and it's calming. Shit can be going crazy all around you, but you see clearly and you maintain that. You feel me? Okay, Sacred Mirrors. Let's go for that. Whoever's resonating with Decan 1, this definitely feels like communication with someone, with a partner is coming, but it doesn't have to be a partner. It's with someone. There's some kind of situation where clearly there's a conflict. There's something happening where your voice is your self-esteem is in the mix, and it is causing you, the way this other person is acting is causing you to quiet yourself or to act rashly. Do you know what I mean? Instead of just being in the know and being a mirror, which we're about to get into, right, of the truth. So let's see, Sacred Mirrors. Seeing the divinity in others, knowing more about yourself by sharing your gifts and talents, finding kindred souls on a similar path, being seen, witnessing sacred evolution, connectedness, oneness, your place among the stars. All right, self-care message for this is egoism, being overly bothered by traits in others, allowing someone to push your buttons, allowing another's journey to affect your self-worth, not recognizing the lessons that other people can give you. Clearly you're going through it right now, and so my heart is full for you because this feels stressful. Okay, sacred mirrors are all around. We are connected to other souls on this planet, and every single interaction, no matter how great or tiny, can carry a message or a meaning. Just as you can only really understand the concept of light when you've understood the concept of dark, so too can you only understand who you are when you really begin to see others. We see sameness in others, we see difference, and they offer us glimpses of our own true selves through their reflection. Look for a lesson in the coming days, a sacred mirror that will refract and reverberate throughout your being and shed light on your truest form. Sometimes mirrors serve to teach us how unique we are because of the contrasting and opposite nature they unveil. When another person thinks differently, use it to help you understand your own mind. Sometimes mirrors, so here's the thing. If you're in a conflict with someone and you're starting to feel not good, that's a warning right there. You need to take a step back if you can, or make it happen. Make it happen to whatever level you can so that you can detach yourself from the feeling that's coming up in you and you can look at it and see, why am I reacting this way? What is the response versus the reaction? What am I putting on myself that isn't mine? What are they projecting onto me? Am I bringing up something from the past? Is this triggering something from the past that doesn't have anything to do with this? Do you know what I mean? If you have codependency tendencies and low self-esteem and you've been gaslit, then this could be confusing, you know what I mean? So you have to figure out the ways for you to determine and discern the truth in the situation so that you know where to move from that. And a first tell is if you don't feel good. If something is happening that you don't feel, it doesn't feel literally good in your body, any part of your body, something starts hurting or just don't feel good, that's your number one, that there's something going on energetically, that there's a lower frequency, most likely, that is pulling you down. You feel me? I just wanted to say that just in case there's people who, because I don't want people to get confused and accept gaslighting when it's a no, big fat no, right? Sometimes mirrors serve to ignite something within us that we had long forgotten. I wish I could do that. I would love to be that brave. I desire that charisma. Is that possible for me? Not envy, right? What have your mirrors been showing you lately? And have you been acting on the information they're sending your way? Find solutions in these sacred reflections. Here are some questions. How are the people you've been spending time with mirrors of you? Do they make your life better? Explore opportunities to try new things and to take risks by communicating in a new way. That goes right with the fierce serenity, right? Allow your community to be a mirror and to show you what works best. So it's this kind of like hangman energy too. Things that push our buttons are often reflections of things we have worked on or things we dislike about ourselves. Also, 7 of Wands, it's coming up. What bothers you about your current situation that could actually be a reflection of something you'd like to change in yourself? Okay, unstick the stuck. I've never had this one, so I'm curious. Busting out of sticky energy, breaking stagnation, seeing the pattern of your rut, integrating a message or a lesson, success. Self-care messages. Stagnation, too much energy causing a traffic jam, a need to focus, seeking motivation and clarity. It's time to bust through the confines of the current pattern that you've got going on, which seems very much tied into how you are in conflict, and it might be with one specific person or it might be with one specific set of triggers. Do you know what I mean? And that the players, and it could change, but the situation is the similar one, and it has to do with how you show up in it, and your voice is important in here. The way you use your voice. This may be an overall sticky pattern that you are experiencing, or it may be showing up in one small area of your life. Either way, it's time to dust away stagnant energy and give things a fresh glow. No more stalling. If a situation, relationship, expectation, or unwanted responsibility weighs heavily on your heart, Or if the dense energy of habit is making you feel like you have limited control over your circumstances, it's time to look at the relationship you have with your rut. It is so familiar. Is it so familiar that it feels like it's part of you? Or could it be serving you in some sneaky way, negative way? Sometimes our ego accepts the rut because it keeps challenges, fears, and possible failures at bay. Remember that you always have a choice to find the tools, help, and energy that you need. Unstick the stuck to welcome your momentum and the willpower to achieve. Commit to one idea and action and usher in a dynamic trajectory for your future. Here are your questions. Your body is not trapping you. Your family is not trapping you. Your luck is not trapping you. Your life circumstances are not trapping you. What excuses are you holding on to? What is it that's got you stuck? Modern life can be so over the top that it can cause a traffic jam of epic proportions. Could you be missing cues that you're tired, exhausted, or needing rest? Are you putting the responsibility of your health and well-being and happiness onto someone else? All right, let's clarify, Decan 1. We're going to use tarot and we're going to use, is this the Lightseers? Yes. Okay. I think I'm going to pull for each card, which is interesting. Okay. In what way can the Geminis resonating with Decan 1 show up as fierce serenity? The King of Cups. Emotional stability, emotional maturity, a balance between your emotional, how things make you feel, and being able to temper how you it's about responding instead of reacting. It's about being unconditional love. It's about being very in tune with yourself. Interesting. The Four of Swords, the Nine of Wands. Okay. Take care of your heart space. Take care of your, I'm feeling like, so the Four of Swords is on the split for that, and that's healing, like removing yourself to, number one, like address your hierarchical needs. And what I'm feeling very strongly for you is sleep, dream state, and meditation. Create space mentally. Do you know what I mean? And mentally expand the stillness in your mind so that there's like pockets, like if you could look at your mind as like a house, like blueprints or something, a map, it's a location, right? Let there be large pockets of islands, tranquil islands or mountains. Do you know what I'm saying? So that there's space for the truth to come up, and there's space for all of the conflict and the dissonance that comes up to transmute, to alchemize into something else. You feel me? And don't give up, because this, when you get over the hurdle of this, your life is going to go in a very different direction. Okay, so what can Gemini do to show up as a sacred mirror? The Knight of Wands. Sagittarius, doesn't matter. King of Cups is Scorpio, could be any water sign, doesn't have to be any of them, just FYI. Woo! Oh, the Two of Cups. Sideways going into the reverse. I don't know how much that matters for this one, I have to say. It's the feeling I have. The Hermit, again, another card of removing yourself for healing purposes. And this is solitude, okay? It's isolation, but it's isolation for the purpose of solitude. And it's solitude for the purpose of deep diving into yourself deeper to heal the wounds that are still there. The bottom is the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about understanding that you are worthy of being in a partnership. You are worthy of being in a partnership. The Queen of Swords is underneath the Five of Pentacles. So again, if you have Libra in your chart. And underneath the Hermit is the Six of Wands. Look at the ways still, and I know that you've already done work on this, so we're not discrediting any of that. That there is still some kind of a way that your fear of not being enough or being abandoned or not fitting in, not being worthy for whatever way that manifests, that's still coming up, and it's tainting your relationships. It's robbing you of the healthy relationship that you deserve, that you are seeking, that you're seeking. This very much looks like how you show up as a partner, how you show up as a co-creator. And to take a step back and look at the love aspect of that, the unconditional love aspect of that, and start with the unconditional love for yourself. Look at the ways that you are giving unconditional love to yourself, and look at the ways that you aren't. And then the ways that you aren't, look and see how they're manifesting. What kind of projections do you happen because of that? What do you project onto other people as their responsibility or their fault? Do you know what I'm saying? But really it's because of something in you that still needs to be healed. You feel me? Okay. Last one. Unstick the stuck. What can Gemini do to show up not stuck? The Tower. Let it fall, let it fall, let it fall, let the stuff fall. Page of Pentacles. Yes. Yes, that's beautiful. That is finding balance within yourself, going within yourself, dedicating yourself, being a student of yourself. It's like what we've talked about, right? Looking at things in a grounded, detached way that's not void of emotion, you know what I mean, or anything, but is neutral. Look at things in a neutral way and find the truths and find the real parts of you. Become a master alchemist of yourself. On the split is the High Priestess. So that is, and the Hermit underneath that again. So don't be afraid to be quiet, to have solitude, to maybe you are a person who isolates, and this could be an opportunity for you to look at the difference between isolation and solitude. They're not the same. Temperance. Use faith as a compass. And the Knight of Wands, again, on the bottom. The Knight of Wands is feeling a very strong, like, pull. It's like a lot of impetus at once to move, and it's just towards something that feels really good or gets you really excited. But that energy is, you stay there as long as the energy is there, right? The Knight of Wands and Temperance are both Sagittarius, so you might have, it's funny, you might have Sagittarius in your chart. I would love to know if you do, because these are the balance of each other. This like drive to like go, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because it's not long term. It's like a short burst. It's like sprinting versus distance running, right? temperance is the other side of that. Temperance is a test from the universe, temperance and faith. Temperance is a test of will, of control, of being present and letting go. And that's what part of this, to get you unstuck, is to give up the power to the universe and dedicate yourself on the timing of things. Because you are doing the work, right? You are doing the work diligently to heal yourself and to understand yourself as best as you can. It's never ending. You know what I mean? This goes for your lifetime. You feel me? Yes, but it's not always going to be so much that you have to figure out. And it'll be different aspects of things. All right, Decan 1. Now we're going to move on to Decan 2. What does your soul say? What does your soul say? Oh, I'm like ready to pull tarot. You know what? I'm going to pull tarot and then I'll read it. I'm going to go with the flow here. What can the Geminis who resonate with Decan do? What actions can they take to honor their soul? The Devil. The Moon. Ooh, Cancer, Pisces, doesn't have to be either one. Devil's Capricorn, doesn't have to be either one. The Moon. All right. I'm going to have to look and see what that soul says, what that card says. The 5 of Wands, the 10 of Wands on the bottom. It's about uncovering truths of a situation, but of yourself. It's really how you show up in conflicts, how you show up to partnerships. And it looks like you're feeling like a lot of burdens, like a competition aspect. Instead of feeling like you're on the same team, it feels like maybe there's an imbalance in the efforts, in the actions from whoever's involved. It's not balanced, and you are looking to see what doesn't serve you. Underneath the 5 of Wands is the 2 of Wands, and underneath the 10 of Wands is the Knight of Swords. Okay. There's something hidden, and I don't know right now if it's a pattern or it's probably a pattern if just from the way Decan 1 is going, or if it's something that is going to be revealed to you from something outside of you. Let's look and see what does your soul say. Definitely, no matter what, intuition is heavily involved here, and we had the High Priestess come up, so yeah. What does your soul say is number 62, which 6 plus 2 is 8, which is the number of mastery, self-mastery. And that is what I feel very strongly with the King of Cups and the 2 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. This is all the 2 of Cups and the King of Cups and our self-mastery, right? They are, King of Cups is the pinnacle, 2 of Cups is on the journey of that, and Page of Pentacles is the like beginning of it, really, is the deeper dive into it, or the beginning, you feel me? Okay, what does your soul say? Tuning into your soul's song, learning to lead with your heart, King of Cups, success at the end of a long journey. Self-care message, not listening to your inner voice. That could be why this is showing up. You're not listening to your intuition. What instead is happening is these feelings of not good enough, the competitive self-esteem feelings, and the like, and feeling exhausted by burdens, but not recognizing what burdens you're creating for yourself and carrying that you don't need to. You know what I mean? Misinterpreting your soul's song. Your soul knows. It always does. Take some time to tune in, journal, meditate, listen, translate. You already know what you want, so go for it. If you desire a specific future for yourself, it's because it is 100% possible for you to achieve it. Your desire is an indicator of what you can achieve when you set your heart and mind to it. It's time to go get that dangling carrot you've been dreaming about, and to ask yourself why you've been hesitating. What's stopping you from building the life you crave? Remember, if you didn't watch Decan 1, go back and watch it, because there were questions that were really important in there, and they might be different than what you're thinking. This card indicates success at the end of a long journey. Yeah, the 9 of Wands that came up for Decan 1. Don't give up. You're right there, right? Take what everyone else wants out of the equation, because this is all about what you want. Right now, you need to be a little bit greedy, a little bit egocentric, more than a tiny bit focused on your needs. It's okay. You spend so much time focused on everyone else that you may need to tune it all out for a few hours. Again, watch Decan 1, the giving yourself space, pockets in your mental map, in your mind, islands and beaches and wherever, you know what I'm saying? Sunsets. When you listen to the whispers of your beautiful soul, what does it say to your heart? Okay, here are your questions. Are you focusing on the positive and what you have, or are you focusing on what you don't have? Are you busy with hard work, or are you doing easy work that you love? Are you running away from a life you don't want, or are you running toward the dream that you do want? What's your primary motivation? What say you, soul? That's cool. This is a cool, it probably feels very stressful for you and not cool at all, but this is a cool opportunity for you to really get to know yourself and start to become and have the life that you want. It's cool. I have a really strong feeling of peace, serenity, I want to say contentment, but safety, openness, relief, reverence. This is all for yourself. Like, I'm feeling like this is all these things that are about to happen for yourself on this journey. Just, you know what I'm saying? Okay. We're going to go on to Decan 3. You are magic. We're going to read it first, but I'm just going to shuffle these. Okay. I'm like, how did I lose the book? Oh, it's the first card in the deck. You are magic. That's the Fool. It's wonderful. Manifestation, innate skill, the power to bring your dreams to life, optimism, creativity and magic, wisdom and resourcefulness, a time to practice what you preach. Here's the self-care. Latent or underused talents, a need for more planning or more focus in order to avoid delays, a need for more self-discipline, a feeling of powerlessness, a need to see past illusions and to check in with your true intentions. You are magic. You are stardust in human form, and you can bring your dreams to life. From your ability to envision your future to your ability to bring it to fruition through intentional action, Page of Pentacles, you can co-create Two of Cups, Decan 1, the fabric of your reality by intermingling thought, will, desire, and doing. Ooh, I just realized I didn't say. Decan 3 is June 11th to 20th, and Decan 2 is June 1st to 10th. It's time to use your hands as a conduit for your energetic ideas and thought forms, and collaborate with the divine universe as you actively change the world around you. Create, make connections, write intentions, heal. Know that great strides and incredible progress are likely at this time, and you already have everything you need to make this dream come alive. If you're feeling blocked, you may be scattering your resources instead of focusing on a specific goal. Make sure you aren't overshadowing your positive thinking with any underlying fears of failure or any unintentional thought patterns that are scrambling your vibe. Focus your thoughts and you are limitless. Do you feel the power running through your palms? How often are you bringing your most treasured desires to the front of your mind? And what actions are you taking to bring them to life? And how are you thinking about them? You know what I'm saying? What kind of energy are you putting on these? Where your attention, you get where you put your attention. Where you put your attention is what you attract to you. So if you're putting your attention on fear, you're attracting that. Do you feel me? Are you leveraging your optimism, wisdom, and resourcefulness? Which of your talents is hiding underneath the surface, and why is it being underutilized? Okay. How can the Geminis who resonate with Decan 3, which is June 11th to the 20th, show up as magic in their life? The Hierophant, okay. That has to do with your soul purpose, your soul contract. The Eight of Pentacles. Again, the Page of Pentacles came out in Decan 1, and the Eight of Pentacles. To me, they're like the same card, but they're not, but they are. Literally the Master Alchemist card. So where the Page of Pentacles is the Master Alchemist, but you're looking at it from a lens of yourself, but also how in relation to other people, right? And in Decan 1, it was like communicating, like being part of a partnership. The Eight of Pentacles is the Master Alchemist of yourself, solitude-wise. Really focusing just on yourself. I think the Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. This has to do with you fulfilling a soul contract and you showing up in your full power, and it's kind of concentrated on the work that you're actually doing, the actions you're taking, and the consistency. If you feel me? The Queen of Pentacles is under the Six of Cups. So self-care, Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn, doesn't have to be. Self-care is really important, and your home surroundings are really important too. So whatever you can do for those things. I'm going to pull another one for you because I just feel it. I feel like there's something else, but this is about you getting to know yourself and how you react instead of respond, how you show up, and the actions that you take, and where is there growth? What areas is there still growing to do in general, right? Can you give us another one for how Gemini can show up as magic? Sure can. The Seven of Cups in reverse. So that is focus on one thing. Pick one thing, put your focus on it. The thing that will, pick one of the options, the one that will get you closest to your highest vibrational good and your most authentic self. Focus on one. Start taking the steps toward that one. You can make a list of all of them and just pick one. And when you finish the one, pick the next one or another one from the list. Doesn't have to be the next one. Feel me? You got the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, which is all about in the real life, in the 3D world, that there's not a lot of motion happening. You're stuck. You're settling. You're possibly settling right now. You're at a pivotal point where you could be settling, and the universe wants you to take a second look at that, because you're not meant to settle. You are magic, right? You are meant for everything good and grand. And you are keeping yourself back right now, not the situations. There's something about you and the way you're showing up in these that is still keeping you stuck. Okay, we're going to pull a final chakra love for you. For all three. There's so much blue in this reading. There's so much water, emotions, energy going on. Psychic, intuition, all of that. So much, more than anything else. Okay, one last word of guidance for the Gemini. Chakra balance. Balance. Embrace the balance between earth and spirit. Yes, literally, between taking action and how you show up and being, right? And knowing. Clear quartz, rose quartz, hematite. All right, Gemini, I hope that this helped. Thank you for coming and sharing your energy with me. And thank you for coming and holding space for me so that I could attempt to translate the messages and relay them that are coming in for you. I will see you guys in about 2 weeks at your April monthly reading. Till then, bye-bye.